Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. I'm your host, Stephen Meade. I'm the head house geek here at Domicile real estate for people who love houses. And this is where we take a look at some of the cool and interesting houses on the market each week. And this is one that is very near and dear to my heart. It is a Cliff May home in the Long Beach Ranchos neighborhood, which is actually the largest Cliff May neighborhood in the world. It is, I think it's about 700 houses all in one place. They were all built between 1953 and I think the very beginning of, or toward the middle maybe of 1955. So over a 2-year span, these homes were all built. Anyhow, we've got kind of a unique example today, and I wanted to take this opportunity to also kind of provide a little bit of education. Many of you know, because I've talked about it before, I have lived in a Cliff May home in the past. This is 3146 Kallin Avenue in Long Beach. It is in an interior tract location. It's really in a pretty good spot. This one is listed just under $1.4 million. It is a fresh renovation, so it has almost everything done to it already. And this one is not our listing. It is listed by Daniel MEDRANO of KW Vision. And I want to go over a couple things. So here's a little bit of a chance to learn something about the Long Beach Ranchos. There are fundamentally 3 different floor plans, or at least 3 different sizes of Cliff May home that was built in this neighborhood. So the smallest size was about 1,130 square feet, and that was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Then there was a larger 1,235 square feet. Some people say it measures closer to 1,250, but kind of a mid-12s 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And basically in that one, the kitchen, dining room, and living room are just a little bit bigger. And then the largest size was just under 1,400 square feet. And that one was actually a 4-bedroom, 2-bath model. This one is, if you look here, it is 1,130 square feet. But I can tell you already there are a couple of modifications and additions that have been done to this house to make it larger. So I'm going to go ahead and go over those. The actual square footage on this one, I think, is probably closer to 1,250 square feet, mid-12s. It's into the 12s, we'll say. So the very first thing that you notice about this house when you walk in is that this front entry actually sticks out. And it's been built out. And I think we can see this here. You can kind of get a better look. The original end of the house was right here. So this whole area and across is an addition that was built out to make this home bigger. And the way they've utilized the space in this model is they've done that to make this kitchen bigger. So again, right here would have been the original outer wall of the house. So it would have started kind of along like this. And they've done this to create a larger kitchen space, which really does add a lot of functional utility. I think it does take away a little bit from the looks of the house. You know, when you come back here, it's not quite that elegant design. But I also feel like, you know, you get something for it in this house. They've also copied some of the roof detailing here, and they've really done some things to make it look as right as possible from the inside. I also want to talk a little bit about the renovation that was done here. And there are really some cool high quality elements. By the way, this is that front door. You're looking out into that front courtyard space. They've got a little banquette kind of a seating area here. One of the things that I think they've done really nicely is they've made some very wise choices on materials, and they haven't tried too hard to make it crazy. I think this is a kitchen that is going to age well. And I can't say that about a lot of the renovations. The other thing I love is they did a beautiful integrated refrigerator. And especially in homes like this that are maybe a little bit smaller, right? This is not a huge house. When you do that, when you create that integrated refrigerator look like that, it's right over here with paneling put on it. I think it makes these kitchens feel bigger. It doesn't feel like the kitchen's this kind of bump on a log. And you can kind of get a sense of where that extra space in the kitchen is right out here. There's another angle looking back. Really a great tile they've chosen for this backsplash. They've run it all the way up the wall. I always like to see those levels of details. And, you know, this is just generally a very nicely designed kitchen. and I think it's going to age well. Over here, we've got this living room space with a fireplace in the center that you can see. And then this is that dining space. And again, they've been very clever by doing this sort of cantilevered banquette. They've got a beautiful Saranon table here, tulip table. I probably would ask for that to be included, even though I'd imagine it belongs to a stager, because I think this is really a great table for this space. And you can see this living room space in here. Again, this is a little over 1,200 square feet, I think. It's not a huge house, but with all the glass in these homes and how open they feel like a much bigger house than they are. That's always been a hallmark of these Cliff May homes. Here you've got kind of looking to the bedrooms. You've got a bathroom here. There's another bedroom and back, another bedroom and back, and then the primary suite is over in this direction, and that's where the second addition on this house is. So this is one of the secondary bedrooms. They've got it kind of set up here quite nicely. And even in these rooms, you get a feeling of light and space, which I think is great. This is that secondary bathroom. Very nice job. Beautiful tile choices. I really like the simplicity. It's not trying so hard. I think this one will age well also. This is that secondary bedroom you've got. I guess I'd make it a tertiary bedroom or bedroom number 3. And then this is the primary suite, and they've reconfigured the closets here. And that's really where this addition is located. So if you look here, this closet wall here was normally windows. So the wall stopped here. So this space going into the closets is a little bit extra space that they've managed to sort of recapture into this house. You can see these clearly here. They pushed back a little bit, and I think there might be an exterior photo that shows that, where you can see on the outside what they did. And then you've got an ensuite bathroom. And this bedroom gives you a really cool look because there's this courtyard towards the back of the house, and you've actually got doors here that open onto that courtyard. You know, these homes, I think indoor outdoor living, right, is something that we talk a lot about. I think you're going to see it in a lot of listings. It's kind of a sort of a hot buzz term, but you know, frankly, these homes in the 1950s really invented it. The idea was that your outdoor spaces and your indoor spaces are almost seamless in transition. There's very little height difference. These are not on a raised foundation. They're on a slab, on grade, and that's to create that connection with the ground. This is the primary suite bathroom. And again, they've extended this out as well a little bit to get double sinks in. Normally, what you would have is this would be the wall right here, and they pushed out to create that shower space. I'm guessing that's about the same distance as for the closets. And hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit of a view out the back. This is that courtyard. So the front street is here. You've got a garage space up back. You've got this rear courtyard and a front courtyard as well. So on paper, this is only about a 5,300 square foot lot, but the reality is that the outdoor space lives a lot bigger than that. And here you've got that garage space in back, and then you have another backyard space over here. This is the garage space. They've kind of semi-finished it out. So this could be a secondary living area, but it still has garage doors and openers on it and can also be used as a garage as you normally would. So I think you've kind of got that dual use going on here, which is great that they positioned it that way. And here's where you can see that secondary addition. So normally the wall would be here. See the symmetry with the center line. It extends a little bit underneath this area here. And that would normally be where the wall is located. And so they bumped that out. Gosh, it looks like maybe 2 to 3 feet under the eave there. And you can see it runs along there as well, extending that bathroom space. So again, I think we're a little bit over 1,200 square feet, 1,250 approximately. So you've really got 3 main outdoor living areas: this backyard space, courtyard space, and then this front courtyard space as well. You know, what fascinates me about these homes is just how much they're able to pack into such a small footprint and into such a small lot. I mean, they're really just marvels of kind of efficient design. I think Cliff May was a master at that. And you know, people like to compare houses to cars, and I've always thought that Cliff May homes are a lot like a classic 1960s Ford Mustang, right? Like they made tons of them, but everybody's kind of put their own individual stamp on them. And also, as virtue of making tons of them, they really had a chance to kind of refine some of the design elements. And, on these houses, that really shows that refinement of design. You can tell that Cliff May worked through multiple iterations to kind of get to this design. And he actually had a couple of prototype designs for these homes built in the early 1950s that he designed as well. Anyhow, if you are interested in seeing this home, as a buyer, you definitely deserve your own representation. We always recommend that. Definitely reach out to us. Or if you have a unique architectural home that you need to sell, or if there's another type of home that you would like to buy, absolutely reach out to us and we can help you with that as well, particularly in Southern California, namely Los Angeles and Orange counties. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we will see you again real soon.